This is the GSC Invitational Mini Tour Finals. This is, despite its name, this is not a low-skill tour. This is hosted in the GSC Invitational server, and is a best of 5. It had a lot of really skilled players, and in our finals we have letters and a bunch of numbers, and Eduardo Carapanga or Keenix. Now, before we begin with our game, we have a sponsor. Hello, have you heard of seesaws? Also known as teeter-totters or teeter boards, is a long, narrow board supported by a single pivot point, most commonly located at the midpoint between both ends. As one end goes up, the other end goes down. Don't tilt in your games. We provide the tilt for you. And if you need to relieve your tilt, hop on a seesaw. Now, onto the game. Pardon? Alright, so we see Smeargle lead on Zapdos. Smeargle lead heavily indicates baton pass shenanigans, and it's just a Zapdos. Just Zapdos, you know? You should know what Zapdos does. Hidden powers into the Smeargle, which is a little weird. Usually, but like, if you don't want to miss Thunder, that's fine. I don't know the calcs, actually. I don't know my Smeargle calcs. I think maybe HP into Thunder probably kills, so HP is the correct move. If that is so, Smeargle could just Spikes or Spore be Agility here. It does Agility, so it looks like we're looking at standard Agility pass. Whoop-diddy-doo. Yep, no leftovers, so it's a good Smeargle set. And it's probably just going to pass out to potentially Whack here is a possibility. Machamp is unlikely here. Lax is also a major possibility. No, choose to Spore the Zapdos. That's chill too. Gonna pass. Oh, no. No. No, there's a Skarmory. Spikes here is actually really, like, that's important for Smeargle teams. Really helps with Oko thresholds. But, just seeing Skarmory is not fun for Baton Pass. BPs, you're gonna get Whirlwinded. No Whirlwind. Well, okay. It's Toxic Skarmory, which doesn't always carry a Whirlwind. In this case, very rarely carries Whirlwind. That's brutal. And Scissor blanks the Toxic, so a very good play from numbers and letters. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful if you can't phase out this Scissor. Just gonna SD up and... Oh, you do have Whirlwind. Okay, so just looking to land a Toxic on the Baton Pass recipient, and then go for a... and then go for the Whirlwind, which is fine. Like, really, like, pop a Miracle Berry on Lax if it's Miracle Berry Lax, which it shouldn't be. Or just, like, Toxic the Marowak's pretty big, even though I don't know why Marowak's coming in there. Toxic the Jolteon, like, pop its Miracle Berry. Not a bad move. Actually, well, it kind of sucks if they go into Jolteon. But now we see Whack on Fori. This Whack is probably HP Bug. Yeah, and it switches out to... Oh, no. Whoopsie. Alright, so Scissor Baton passes out of the Fortress. Spikes on the switch. Jolteon comes in and clicks Agility. Does Fori go boom? It goes spin. That's fine. If I recall correctly, Whack has a +2, has like a 60... No, it's like a 50% chance to kill Lax with +2 EQ. Yeah, it kind of sucks. But with Spikes down, it's guaranteed. Similar calcs come up with Return Snorlax at +6. Yeah. It's all of those 999 attacks, stab, base power, of 100 moves. Those are the ones that you really, really want Spikes for. Also the non-stab, base 100 power ones, Spikes are helpful, but they don't matter as much. Like, Lix is going to be living... I think the most notable account of that mattering is if Lix can live +6 Lax EQ, But Cloister doesn't like unstab 100s. For like Charizard, typically will have that scenario where a lot of things are just out of range. But it's really for those stab-based 100 moves. Wow, this commentary's been appalling. Ready, set, go. Jolteon. Fori could just T-Bolt. Probably passes here, though. No, goes for Thunder into a Coup. Probably Roarku, honestly. I would not put it past Panga Phoenix to get a Roarku on Baton Pass matchup, and it is. That just sucks. Numbers and letters. This is why you don't use this team. Get owned. Even stay. Okay. HP on. Oh, it's Miracle Area Machamp. HP on the Machamp staying in and EQing could kind of hurt, but. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's not Miracle. Cross up into Missy. What is this? Like, oh, this matchup is awful. It's brutal. It's T-Bolt Missy. Not Thunder, which is fine. Scarm. BP to Jolteon. But you can just go Coup. Or, yeah, you want to pair the Roarku. That's what you need to be doing, but you're missing Thunders. Baton Pass out to Scizor, taking a lot of damage. Taking a lot of damage from that crit. Really, it just can't do anything here. Yeah, it goes for probably an HP Bug with that amount of damage, or HP Steel. Just to chunk the Lax, because it's going down, it's useless. If it doesn't get that crit off, it can potentially SD into Skarmory? Baton Pass to Jolteon and Skarmory, or it could just Baton Pass out, which is nice. But now we see Machamp on Lax. If they get a good predict, then they can actually make progress here. Meditate is fine here. Phoenix just calls him out and murks him. Okay, this game is falling apart. Any forfeits, don't bring Baton Pass. Don't do it. This is what Baton Pass gives you. Remember, if you're tilting, our boy Seesaw is out there to help you tilt far more efficiently than you ever could tilt on your own. Now then, on to game 2. Ready, set, go. Eggy. One of these very well could be Miracle Berry, one of these could be Pink Bow. If it's Pink Bow, it goes boom! But either could just switch. It's Miracle Berry, stay in is also fairly likely. But either could just switch, respecting each other's stay in Spore and hoping not to lose that speed tie. Zapdos, Raikou. Both Sleep Talkers in on each other. Raikou favored here. Misses Thunder, nothing done. Thunder misses, Thunder misses. Let's go, all the Thunder misses. Do. Para pretty big, misses Thunder. Do we see a rest here? It goes to Eggy on a Para. That's rather large, because now Eggy is kind of threatening to the Zap. It's just barely out of range for 2 Psychics. But, yeah, this Eggy is rather threatening. But this Zapdos can potentially rest up here. Just goes Psychic. I think that's a high roll. Rest, Sleep Talk, rest, not what you want to see. Eggy goes Psychic, crits. Wow, okay, this Zapdos is not going to save off this Eggy for long. It won't left you out of range here. And as soon as this Zapdos is out of the way, this Eggy gets a free Sleep Powder, or potentially powders into Lax. But, sometimes Eggy only ever being able to boom on Zapdos isn't your preferred option, because sometimes you really want it to boom on Lax, but clearing Zap out of the way is pretty big for it. Psychic on the Eggy. Oh, and if you're wondering why Phoenix can't chat, isn't chatting, is he literally can't. He's locked. Psychic Spadef drop, which is not terribly relevant. We could see letters and numbers stay in here and try and Sleep Powder. We could see just Psychic from them, or even a Boom aimed at the Raikou, but also willing to take out the Eggy. A Boom always kills Coup. Non-Pink Bow Boom does not always kill Zapdos from full. And Phoenix probably just goes to Raikou here. Yep. Nice move. Crit doesn't matter. It's a Boom. Gar comes in, finds Zapdos, forces Zapdos out, likely to Lax or Licks. Okay, Ice Punch, no freeze. Gonna get out of here. And probably to Eggy. So you get cloistered on Egg. That's fine, I guess. It's a little weird of a double. And just stays in Ice Punches. You go Cloister if you're predicting Lax. Lax doesn't really come in here, or you're... Yeah, because I think Eggy is... If Phoenix is switching, he's probably going to Eggy. And Cloy on Eggy, like, maybe if you're a non-existent sub-Cloister, you like that. Sub-Ice Beam is the only thing that's really favorable. But, you do get Spikes up. And you could get slept. I don't like this Cloister double. Also, Gengar stays in and Ice Punches, so it's a moot point, because now Cloister runs away in fear of T-Bolt, right? Well, I guess, yeah, you do live a T-Bolt, so that's fine. That is a fine play to make, because if you spike here, you get your spikes. And you barely live. Phoenix hasn't established his spikes, so you can come in and boom into Gengar later if you want. Fire Punch Gengar is a thing. It's like HP Water, but better if you find a Steelix, but worse if you find a Golem. But also, do you even have Thunderbolt if you're a Fire Punch? Because either he's predicting, oh, you're going to stay in with Licks, you're going to stay in, and that's my best move to hit you, or you're going to Licks, and I'm going to Fire Punch that. But you are in range of T-Bolt now, so you do switch. Goes to Lax. Gets Fire Punched. Maybe this isn't an electric move Gengar. Goes Cloister. Will establish his spikes potentially, or more likely going to prioritize a Toxic on this Lax. This Lax could curse and go nutso if it's EQ. If it's not EQ, Gengar laughs at it and Fire Punches at it until it burns or Ice Punches until it freezes. Most likely going to be Ice Punches. I just like saying the word Fire Punch Gengar in this tier. Surf. Body Slam does a huge chunk, but no Para. Para there would have been rather large. You're barely out of range for Boom. You probably rest here, though. EQ catches Gengar on the switch, negates toxic damage. Eggy comes in. Phoenix is not looking hot. He's gotten red twice. That's a Body Slam. Maybe this Lax doesn't even have rest. There's a Para, preventing this Eggy from booming and definitely finishing this Lax. Goes Golem, predicting rest, but finds himself Body Slammed. Yep, and Para'd. I think you have to infer, like, you cannot let your Golem take a ton of damage. Well, I guess you can. I guess it's fine. Except you're really struggling into Zapdos, so I think you really need to preserve the Golem and really try and get its boom off. And you have to make the inference that this Lax, based on the way that they played the Gengar scenario and Body Slammed into Egg, I think you have to infer that this is in fact a all-out attacking, like a non-rest Lax. Alternatively, you go to Golem and go Boom. I think I like that route a bit, because, sure, you die to Roar, like, if you Roar and they AQ, you die, but this way your Eggy hasn't taken a ton of damage, and because Eggy is a huge threat this game. But, of course, this is an uncommon set, and it got lucky. Cloister comes in. That's just scary. That's just scary. That's not a place you want to be in. This is a very predictable Boom. Like, incredibly from Phoenix. Gets a Speed Tie win, though. That is some luck for him. Maybe his Lax can do something. It's Flamethrower, not what you want to see. It's just EQ, though. No Boom. If you win the Speed Tie, you can kill. Doesn't go for it. Tries to sack Eggy to Boom, and it works. This game is going to be a close endgame. It finds a Vappy. This Lax better hope it's Rest Talk. Double Edge. And then it's not, or that it's not a AA Vappy. Oh, this is just Boom stuff. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is just Borat. This is just Borat. Literally with just a modified lax. Yeah, it's just Borat. Probably no. What is this lax? Why does it it goes boom if it has it? Is it just Borat? Is it just the Borat team that's gonna and they just played it like they didn't want to rest and just tried to go for reads? Anyhow, Vappy here will not have acid armor. Curse, you should be a little... I think Vappy wins this. It's Body Slam, which is actually what you want there, because you double-edge yourself into Surf range. I think barely. No paras. Koenigsegg loses the game. So the score is 1-1. Remember, you're ever tilting because Body Slam paras are going your opponent's way. There's the brother of the seesaw. The brother of the seesaw, also known as this mechanical menace. The child's plane seesaw. So you can tilt slightly less in a slightly cooler looking frame of metal with spray-painted pipe all around you, and a propeller that gets stuck 2 inches into the spin. Ready, set, go! Zapdos, Jinx. While some players will stay in Thunder if they have an incredibly Jinx-weak team, that is not always a play that you make, because you miss Thunder and then you get Ice Beam crit. Indeed, right? I mean, it fits with the Haxie theme of this game. Most likely the Zapdos is going to a Coup, a Lax, or a Vappy. This Jinx very well could go for Thief here. Lovely Kiss is unlikely. Stays in Thunders, that's fine. Gets Ice Beamed, that's fine. Thunder Miss is just not fun on Jinx. It's not fun, because you 2-hit KO. But now that you've been Ice Beamed, you gotta get out of here. Zapdos is 2 value. Go to Lax, gets Ice Beamed. Okay, we don't see a Thief or a counter, so this Jinx, I'm presuming, is going to be Lovely Kiss Psychic Sub, or Lovely Kiss Psychic Nightmare, Lovely Kiss Nightmare Sub. Koi comes in, probably going to Toxic or Spike here. Toxic would be great on the opposing Koi. No, just goes for Spikes first. Chooses not to risk the chance of his Koi getting Toxicked, which is a pretty fine move to make, especially if your opponent has a Golem. Toxic on Jinx isn't too impactful. It's gonna get a Lovely Kiss off either way. You don't seem to be able to handle it pretty well. Just Ice Beams into Lax. Could not have Psychic. That is a possibility. Or was just saying you're never staying in here with Cloyster to get 2-hit KO'd with Psychic. Or to potentially take Lovely Kiss. So you're going to either... I'm going to catch your Sleep Talker Zap, though I'm pretty sure Psychic barely catches it. Or I'm going to Freeze Fish on your Lax. Lax rests and the Gengar comes in. Mean look. This Lax just died. Or not. That's a Sleep Talk EQ. This Gengar should probably click. You probably Perish Song here and hope he doesn't roll EQ. Alternatively, you click Destiny Bond and say, I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna out-mind game you. You're gonna get owned. Absolutely owned. Because I'm gonna click Destiny Bond. Then I'm gonna call your normal move perfectly in Perish Song. And then I'll keep clicking Destiny Bond until you die. But Koenigsegg most likely goes for Perish Song here. Yep. And we see Sleep Talk EQ. It does. Guess what? Koenigsegg was mauling about this. He was so tilted. All over the Discord server. These guys have been arguing about the hacks in this series since it was out. Literally. Like, it's been over 24 hours. And they're still still going as we speak. Actually, no, I think... No, they just finally agreed to stop arguing with each other. But both are trying to get, like, the last note in. Like, this has been a derisive series from both players, in their opinions. The odds of this, we calculated it. D4 Repertoire did, thanks to that guy. 14% chance to double EQ with Sleep Talk, factoring in crits. Gengar dies, and Lax is free. Free to be the Lax only to star me, and this Jinx had counter the whole time. Okay, that's kind of weird. Why does this team care about Lax dying so much? Like, that is... Does it have a Zam? You got Zam? Like, this team is just... Is it a Clamp Cloister? Also, me and Jinx into Jinx is awful. Does not go for Lovely Kid. Oh, it's sub me. That's so bad. Please be Nightmare. I'm sorry, me. Goes to Cloister on the opposing Lax. Takes a double edge. 31. Takes it like a chomp. But not a Machamp, because Machamp does not take double edge very well. Lax in. T-Bolt Zap. Not what you want to see. Double edge does 40s. This is Whirlwind Zap. Oh, it is gonna have the Zamin back, isn't it? That's not what you want unless you're T-Punch Zam. You really want to be T-Punch Zam if your opponent's running me. It's actually brutal how bad Zam is into Starmie. Whirlwinds, and Whirlwinds. This is what Whirlwind Zap does best. Is Whirlwinds out Lax, but he gets the call wrong. Last move could be T-Wave, Protect, or Rest. Not Rest. Reflect. Oh, if that's a roll you want to get, you Whirlwind again, right? Oh, no, you got called out. I think that was a pretty bad play. If your last is something that's faster, actually, thinking about more. Zapdos is so low. Golem dies to the presumed HP water. You can't subfish for Thunders. Lax is the only thing that wants to take it on. I don't think that boom is preposterous. I think there's reason, because numbers and letters has to feel like this Zap is terrifying. And they're willing to risk their Cloister to take it out, and they get it. They have consistently been able to read Keynix this game, and last game, and the results are showing for it. Like, they get kills when, by all rights, they really shouldn't be getting those kills. Gar comes in. Okay, that makes my justification of that boom a little less so. Oh, it's Hypnogar and lands on a Jinx, though. That's pretty fine. I don't like that. I think you maybe wait a little, like, you try one more cycle, because it's not unreasonable that he T-Bolts there. Catches right boom. Me comes in, gonna scare it out. That's fine. You just surf into Jolteon. I like Jolteon. I don't like it on this team. Just as a fact, I don't like Jolteon on this type of structure. I think Jolteon should have a normal resist next to it. But I guess this is fine. It's supposed to be like pretty heavy special offense. I understand why it wants Lax dead so bad. And it's justifiable if your passer's Jolt. You're doing Jolt Pass, Growth Path, presumably, and you have no normal resist, so it is justifiable. But sometimes your Gengar doesn't get to Perish Trap the finds a Raikou, and that makes it hard for you to do things. And sometimes your Jinx doesn't counter the Lax. So cool team. We saw how it fell apart though. Surf, Nightmare, crit. Okay. This is just standard stuff. It's just like, it's Night Me versus a Lax. This stuff happens. Talks the rest. Nightmare chipping away, having a good old time. Goes Cloister. But surely Starmie just got a free sub. And you really wanted spikes. Okay. Take on the sub me now. You sacking Jinx? Gonna burn some PP. Get crit by Surf. Wax comes in. No turns of sleep burned. It's getting nightmared. Jolteon's pretty low. But could pull it out if this Lax can somehow get... If it can get to plus something, or could somehow get a little more chip on this Lax. But this is over. This is just over. Submy just won the game. You go Jolt, you scare it out. Ooh, my. I don't know if I like that play or not. I don't like that growth. I don't think I like it. I think what you have to do, unless you're going for crit odd. So, here's the thing. Jolteon T-Bolt kills Starmie. Lax comes in, EQ, or Double Edge. Double Edge. Hits the Cloy harder. Cloy... Yeah. Jolt or Cloy die. Jolt dies, game over. Cloy dies. Cloy takes something. Force to boom. They go Golem because they go Zapdos because Zapdos isn't particularly useful here. Or Golem. You have to double to Jolteon. Keep in mind it wouldn't have taken the 36%. You double the Jolteon. If it's Zapdos, you can either you T-Bolt that you just need to make all the calls correct. And this one is saying, you're going Lax and I'm gonna crit you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't think you can win from this point, really. Oh, wait, it's Thunder Jolt, not D-Bolt. Okay, that changes things. That actually really changes things. I like the growth play a whole lot better now. Now, I think you can... I don't think Thunder on Lax kills, though. I don't. You better hit so I can see the damage roll. You switch? It didn't kill? He rests? Why? I think the play is Double Edge go to Zap. Double Edge, you go to Zapdos. Then, on the Cloister. Cloister either surfs or booms. Whoop-diddy-doo. You can just HP, you can just Thunder into... Zapdos barely lives a surf, right? Maybe not. I need to do the calcs. Oh, I'm rusty. If Zapdos lives surf, you always go to it. If not, you could go Golem and then go Zapdos. Because Golem dies to surf, yay, or boom. Doesn't let, and then you go Zapdos. Zapdos heals out of range. You click Thunder. And then you can just HP Ice the Jolteon twice, and Lax comes in and win, like, HP Ice. I mean, that gives a chance for Jolteon to growth, and then if growth kills 53 Lax, I think it's better not to rest there, though. Yeah, see, that's fine. That's literally fine. So you just Thunder here. I don't like the go to Jolt here. I don't like the rest here. I don't like that worked for... I think you stay in and Thunder, because if Jolteon can... Or even HPI is probably Thunder. I think you Or even double the golem in the word. I just don't. You thunder, you kill Jolt. You thunder, you kill Cloister. Sometimes you live for the 70%. Sometimes you deal with that. You miss thunder and Cloister explodes, you still win! Cloister literally can't boom there because you just win because your Lax comes in and beats the Jolteon 1v1. Or no, what you do, you send Golem in, pretend, just in case it's a little rare HP Ice Jolteon. And then no, it actually gives Jolteon more lefties, so if it's sub, then it could be a little problematic. Either one. You just go to either one, and then Sleep Talks be willing. Except if you went to Lax earlier, switch out of Lax rather than resting earlier, you live, and then you just kill the Jolt. But now, you're in this weird spot. This Jolteon now has a chance to get free growths. Yeah, you better go to Lax here. This Jolteon, I think it just thunders, or it is Sub-Jolt. Okay. Yeah, so the golden play wasn't a play. Sub-Jolt, that's fine. Rest, that's what you want to see. I believe it's Thunder 3 times here. But Growth, okay. Yeah, it's either one. I don't remember the breakpoints. Not what you want. You need Sleep Talk Rest there. Thunder 52. Okay, yeah, that's a fair move. That is second growth is the correct play, because then it means you actually don't have to hit as many thunders. Sleep Talk EQ, that's game. Very close end games. Sleep Talk Sleep Talk willing. I mean, like, guys. It's a seesaw. You know, sometimes you Sleep Talk over here, and you fly up in the sky. Sometimes you Sleep Talk, and you Sleep Talk and this happens. Your vase shatters. Yeah. Your hearts are broken. Seesaw, we provide the tilt for you, so you don't have to. Alright, I need to go a little faster on this one. We have potentially 2 more games to narrate. Ready. Spaghetti. Macaroni and cheese. Lax on Lax. Could be anything. I hope we see a boom turn 1 because it's funny. That is a dumb play. Don't do it. Curse. That makes sense? Curse. That makes sense. This could be a curse to +6. Oh, it's lovely, Kiss. Oh, it's lovely, Kiss. This is scary. You curse? Yeah, this is a battering ram that you are going to throw at your opposing team. You need that toxic. Now Cloister either just probably spikes and dies. Or you go to Gengar. You spike. You would have caught a Gengar. But there is no Gengar to be found. Now this Cloister gets a boom. That could have been a... Eduardo tried to get a rerun of the whole scenario of the battering ram Lax just catching the equaling the Cloister that would have lived to catch a Gengar and doesn't get rewarded for it. This is why that's not the standard play. You do in fact kill the Cloister in front of you as it spikes. They have to they have to pick between booming on your Lax or spikes. Numbers and letters pivoting to try and get Tar in on double edge, and it works, taking a chunk. This Lax is now dead. Tar clicks a move here, or just sacks Zapdos. Zap lives. The double edge there was a nice play. Please send in something. Please have something faster than Lax. Regardless, that Snorlax did a ton of work. Slept the opposing Lax, killed the opposing Cloister, revealed 5 members of GLF, GNO, letter and numbers team, dropped Zapdos to 6%, and chipped Tar. So if we can see a Gengar here, woo! Yep, this Zapdos got a skedaddle. T-bolts into Lax because it's better against Tar. Go to Cloister. Can you call the Zapdos switch in? Nido, surf there! You surf there! No! You can surf and catch the Nidoking and do so much damage! And then your Gengar can even go in more nuts. Dang! I thought that's just a surf turn. Because you just can't let this player, who's been trying to read you left, right, and center, get the zap in and just thunder arrest. But you get your spikes. You stay in to get lovely kissed. probably predicting that letters and numbers would double the Zapdos here on Lax, not on Lax, on opposing Zapdos. That's a kind of weird play, because, yeah, I don't know. But Nidoking Ice Beam's your Zap. Please don't. Oh, no. This is in shambles. If letters and numbers wins this game, it's game. Oh, no. You boom into the Zap. You call the turn. Is that Espeon? Espeon, hold on. This team is I love this team. I actually have this exact team, probably move for move, in my builder that I built like a couple weeks ago, prepping for a tournament, APL, and then I decided to go with a Sleep Talk Lax over I decided I didn't like the team into Jinx, so I turned the Lax into Sleep Talk. No, I built something similar to this as early as regardless, what I'm saying is this is a known archetype. This is a team that shows up every once in a while. Espeon growth paths can sometimes be double electric, which is usually less common but more favored, if that makes any sense. It's more structurally stable. Or with Gengar, which is it works. It works. It works, is what I'll say. It's just sometimes, like, because you really want Targon. This team, like, the Espeon Growth Pass really hates Tar. It's just so unfun to play into. So Gengar aims to either Destiny Bond it or Dynamic Punch it. And then Curse Lovely Kiss Lax on it actually has something, like, that's experimentation. It's usually traditionally a Curse Lax, like Curse EQ or Curse Flame. But recently I tried a triple electric team with the Lax being Curse Lovely Kiss double edge EQ, and it feels so good because the team is always lacking in physical pressure and can sometimes falter versus offense. But what does this Lax do? It kills, like, it reveals more than half the team and kills a quarter of it against offense. Also, Machamp Espeon, this is not a good matchup. You growth and pass out? Probably. Oh, it's this. Okay, never mind. It's just an Espeon thrown onto this archetype, which works. Does a chunk to Tar, and it's Roar trying to catch the more common Baton Pass. Roars into the best target you could hope for, the Frozen Zapdos. Also, HP Water Espeon. This team is a team. HP Water is fine on SP. It's fine. It's so hard to pick between HP Fire and HP Water, which Champ EQs the Gengar, which did not boom. Because it probably wanted to kill the Tyranitar with 2 Ice Punch or Ice Punch T-Bolt and then boom something else. Espeon gets a growth with its sub here. No. It might be pass, but has HP Water to help with Tar, which actually I really like that. Or Licks. No, it's just sub. This Espeon set is fine. It likes fishing, Sleep Talk stuff. Also, wrong call on the Sleep Talk from the previously Lovely Kiss Lax. Psychic's gonna do 1,000,000. Spadef drop is actually rather important. This Espeon just won the game. Yeah, it legitimately just won the game off that Spadef drop. Wow. Have you been Spadef dropped? Did you lose a game because of it? Consider that in the early 2000s, seesaws were removed from many playgrounds in the United States, citing safety concerns. Tilt's bad for you. Don't tilt. Last game. This is the final of the finals. Whoever wins this gets it all. Let's see some hacks, baby. Coup. Lax. Please don't be a stall team. Turning this on to fast. Skarmory. I hate this. Curse. Please be a Flame Lax and obliterate this Skarmory with a Fire Blast crit. No Body Slam. Does no para. Gets Toxic. Toxic Scar we've seen twice this set. Drill Peck. This is the more standard Toxic Skarmory set. Curse Rest. Oh, well, more standard than Toxic Whirlwind, which is not common. Body slams and body slams and body slams. We have not seen paras, but we've seen a bunch of slams. Chloe comes in, gets the spikes up. Lax is sleeping, probably Q-Lax. Or could just be slamming to get the Scarf into the ray. Oh, okay, never mind. It's this set. Okay. It's Curseless Scarf. Well, yip-diddy-do. Okay, please have a last mon. Lax check. I got an Umbreon or something. Toxic into Zapdos, that's fine. Q takes Thunder well enough. Lax comes in to take a Thunder, that's fine. Please don't be a Roarku either. I want to see a good stall team, not a bad stall team. No paras, wow. Just Drill Peck's the Lax. Drill Peck, Drill Peck, Drill Peck. Getting lefties on the Scarm. The Lax isn't able to unsleep itself. It's probably gonna body slam here and probably not gonna para. Okay, speak of the devil and the devil will appear. Now it can curse. If it's Fire Blast, or like, if it's hiding a Fire Blast, this bluff might work. Just cursing. Scarm could take, okay, just rests. Yeah, it just says, hey, Whirlwind me, but the Scarm's getting plenty of lefties. For this point, I don't know if it's okay. Scissor. This is like agility reversal. It's Miracle Berry. No, it's not. It's lefties. I'm an idiot. Zap comes in. The Scarf resealed a full. Lax can just rest. Let's sleep talk here. Just Whirlwinds. Finds a Licks. What is this Scissor doing here? Is it just an SD pass? Or... Yep, Parascarm blocks Lix's roar, but now... Oh, hi, Golem. Well, what I have to say... is I don't know if what this Golem is gonna do. Because it doesn't need to be... It could be double roar, that's fine. It could be double roar. This Lix could be something a little more snasty, like... It's interesting. This team's a little weird, and I don't know what to make of it. But I think this Scissor's gotta have Baton Pass. But there's no good recipients. That's my problem with it. Is like, if you're agility passing, yay, agility pass to a Curselax. If you're SD passing, yay, pass to a Golem. So what is this Scissor doing? Is it a sweeper set? Is it some kind of support? Thunder. Also, keep in mind, Kianix is bringing this to the finals. Like, they have to have some kind of confidence in this team. Double Edge, Cloy. Can you get your spikes up, please? Those spikes versus a stall team. Also hasn't been able to toxic the opposing Cloy or get any chip on it. Lax comes, it's a para. It's a Fire Lax, though. Good thing he's got a Golem. It's a Heracross stall team. Good thing he's got a Scissor. Megahorn would not have done much. It's fine. S-Toss would have done more, but it's probably Curse Hera at this rate. 10% is pathetic. Wanted to EQ into Cloy, not let Cloy in, but Roar is also fine here. EQ does a nice chip. You run away from this. You find, Zapdos. It's a spin Cloy, not surprising. You probably just rest, yep. You get Golem in here to Rapid Spin. Okay, it's a Surf Tar. That's gonna be a Surf Tar. That has to be a Surf Tar. I'm pretty sure that's a Surf Tar. This is a... Oh, flinch here gonna be really bad. Yeah. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, that's really awful. And it's an EQ crit. Okay, well... It's EQ Tar. Okay, with the confidence he doubled into what was probably gonna be a Golem. Like... I'm like, that thing probably's got Surf, doesn't it? But EQ's fine. Just Double Edge. Could be Screech, or it's probably a Curse Tar. Curse Tar stall is a pretty decent thing. Golem. Rapid spins. Zap comes in. This is just awful. This is just brutal. This Lax is scary. This Hera is a thing. But Phoenix is just not gonna have an easy time making progress into this. We're going to hyper fast. Golem, Thunder, Immune. Is it HP Water? No, it's HP Ice. Not good into Zap. Barely, would have... Yeah, it's alright. Lives, it's fine. It's Thunders, Thunders. Nope, Phoenix is just not getting paras. Whenever he's clicking the 30% para opponent move. What is this Scissor? What is it doing? Can it do anything? This music is so happy. But, like, is the occasion all that warranting it? Oh... You slept talk Thunder on a Cloister that stayed in. That was idiocy. Why would you ever stay in there? Why? 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 You could just lose the spikes for instantly. Golem comes in at some point, spins. I don't approve in any way, shape, or form. There were better options, even though Ku's kind of low. Like, that was awful. That was terrible that you stayed in twice. That was just atrocious. Probably rapid spin here. This Cloister, I am severely disappointed in that play. Yeah. Numbers and letters have been getting the reads on Phoenix over and over and over. That one wasn't a read. That was just luck. Yes, it is a thing that could happen. It's unlikely that he rolls Thunder. It's unlikely that he hits the Thunder if he rolls it. Like, it's the combined. But when you're playing a stall team, you don't take those risks. What is it, like 33 times 0.7, so 0.33 times 0.7. That is the and then multiply that by 100. That's the percent to hit Thunder on that Cloister. You lose. Basically. That's a really high odds to potentially just lose the game on for marginal payoff. Sure, removing spikes from your side is important, but not to that degree. Not to that degree. Phoenix just loses now, unless this Scissor can do something wacky. Curse. Yeah, you can switch out. Okay, it's Cloister. Yay! We go hyper fast now, because this is gonna get boring. Yep, Golem gets chipped down a little, goes Cloister. If you keep up this loop, Golem will eventually die. Yeah, double Thunder there is fine. Triple Thunder there is fine. Double Edge is scary, though. You have to go to Golem. Double Edge is scary. Rapid Spin. Cloy. You're winning the cycle. Yeah, you can just spikes again. That's fine. The double Rapid Spin is cute, which is nice. Afterwards, barely lives that, but like, oh, Scissor needs to be able to just auto-win. This thing needs to be like reversal HP flying and just win off that. Or like SD, endure, reversal, and get its lefties thieved by, I don't know. Oh, it's Curse Scissor. Curse Pass Scissor? Okay. I kind of see how someone might ever potentially consider that is a viable set to potentially bring on ladder, but I am not a fan of it here. It just dies, the game is over, and numbers and letters is the victor, and Phoenix was mauling, and then they mauled it at each other, and they're gonna go to the malt store and get milkshakes and makeup and be friends, go on and braid each other's hair and go to girls camp together, and have slumber parties, and they'll be best friends. At the end of the training montage, they'll beat the evil enemy. They'll team up together to get to ensure that they get spots in the major tournament coming up. But along the way, they're gonna get separate. Like, they're gonna get separate boyfriends and girlfriends, and then all of a sudden the relationship drama, and then we have a new arc in the anime, and they start hating each other, and then we get a 7-hour long fight between both of them that canonically lasts 5 minutes, and then the planet explodes because neither of them got into the tournament that they were seeking to do, and then they karate each other out in a brutal death match and flip someone over a staircase, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but like, wow, was it fun to watch their Discord discussion. I had a lot of fun with that, and there you go. Enjoy your 50 minutes of content. Because they certainly gave me content.